Hey everyone, welcome to this week's bargain of the week. I am bringing you something that I have already brought you this week in a different video, but you know what? I can't not include it. I'm just really loving my complexion right now. And I actually have two products to show you because they're both fantastic, but there are features and benefits that some will probably appreciate about one and not about the other, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of giving you guys a choice. And so this week's bargain of the week is the Sonia Kashuk foundation that I showed you in my drugstore hits and misses. And this is the Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. And I am wearing it here. I'm wearing shade 02 Vanilla. Okay. And then the other item this week is the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation, Flawless Finish Foundation. Okay, so this one, I have had this forever and I haven't used it or tried, it's just kind of in like a bunch of e.l.f. stuff and you're kind of like, And then one of you mentioned it in a comment, please review it. And I'm like, wait a second, haven't I reviewed this? I went back and I tried it again and like I started using it, and you know what? I think it's always in Pinterest dupes for, is it either the Smashbox foundation or the Makeup Forever? It's in one of them. Anyway, so I have the shade Porcelain. Here, just I'll talk about this one first since I talked about the Sonia Kashuk one in my other video. So it comes, so it looks like this on the, on the shelf, so you know what to look for at your e.l.f. display. And it comes in this frosted glass bottle with a pump. How nice is that? It's not an ounce, it's 0.68 ounces. Still, it's $6. It's $6. It does have SPF 15 sunscreen. It says it's oil free. It's fragrance free, I can tell you. So that's what I'm wearing on this side, and I just really love the finish. I feel like it's just both of these foundations are good for almost any skin type. I know that this one says that it's a satin matte foundation, and then this one says it's oil free. So you're thinking, oh, these are probably for oily skin, but I have dry skin and I like these. So I feel like they're just kind of that in-between foundation where, if you're not too oily or you're not too dry, you have combination skin, you can totally get away with these. Now, I'm not even wearing any special primer today. All I did was, on top of my sunscreen, I just applied both sides with my Real Techniques sponge, and I pretty much just sort of blended it like, I pushed it into the skin because I felt like I got the best coverage that way. And then this one is the shade Porcelain, which both of them look really light when I first apply them, and then they warm up to my skin and they're like a perfect match. So I'll say that if you do put it on and then you're thinking, okay, this is way too light, I would probably wait a minute or when you put on your powder and your bronzer, you're probably not going to even notice and it's just going to blend right in. So the e.l.f. one looks like this. I feel like they're kind of the same. Okay, so here's the e.l.f. one. It has amazing coverage. Like if you put it on the back of your hand, you are like, whoa, look at that. Like what? And the Sonia Kashuk side, you get, let's see here, you probably get a whole ounce in this one. This is 0.8, so not a full ounce. It's funny, I always just assumed it was full ounce. Okay, so 0.8 ounces. And this is what this one looks like. And you can tell it's like a thinner consistency. This one seems to go on thicker and creamier, and this one seems to go on a little bit, it feels thin, but I feel like they both cover, and a little goes a long way. Like, oh my God. But you know how sometimes you just put on a foundation and you're like, no, what is the matter? Like, I tried Manic Panic, and you guys know I'm kind of not keen on that one CoverGirl foundation, and you just put on a foundation and you're just like, Where is it? And I feel with both of these, even though they're so affordable, you get coverage in like one layer. My skin does not look like this, people. You guys know I have lots of redness. I have lots of freckles. This is not how my skin looks, okay? So here's what I was going to share with you in terms of pros and cons about both, in terms of what people may or may not like. So like I said, neither one is an ounce. So this is 0.68, this is 0.88, but still I feel like generous for the amount of money you pay. This one is $6, this one is $12. This one is only at Target. This one's wherever you can buy e.l.f. This one is made in China, and then this one is made in USA. And I know that matters to a lot of you, and we've talked about this all the time, and I am going to try and convey that every single time I talk about a product. I really will, because I know that's important to you. So I know that if you find out it's made in China, you're not going to even waste your time. And some of you won't care. So the problem with the bargain of the week is a lot of the cheap stuff I find is made in China, and that's just the way it goes. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, we don't know if that is really an awful thing. It's just some people are being very cautious in case it is. That sounds really weird. We know that if it says no animal testing, even if it's made in China, it does mean that it is cruelty free, because they can sell to the US and still make it in China and not test on animals. So this one, not only is it made in the USA, but it also has a little bit of a fragrance. So you know when you put on like an Estee Lauder or a Chanel foundation and you can smell that like cosmetic fragrance? That's what this has. I love that. I feel luxurious when I'm just like, it's so pretty. So I love it. Some people don't like it. Okay, so that's what I'm letting you know. I just think that they're great. So I would say that these wear as well as like the Makeup Forever. I'm trying to think. Now, I probably should like slow your roll, Rebecca. Do they have 12-hour wear? Maybe not. 6-hour? Yeah, sure. So I think also it depends on the environment you're in, maybe what primer you put on underneath. So there you go. So there's your bargain of the week. Love it. Love it. What is on my face? Lips are Art Deco lipstick. God, you guys, I know. Thank you so much for loving the mascara. I did in a video this week. You guys were like, oh my God, that mascara is so great. It is. It's fabulous. Oh, here it is. So here's the all-in-one Art Deco. I'm just doing a little plug for Art Deco because I do have an affiliate code, and Frugal20 gets you 20% off your order. So there's all-in-one mascara, which is awesome. And then these lipsticks are fabulous. This color is like a yellow red. It's like this true red that I put on, and I don't even know. It's like shade 13, but I'm gonna look up the actual name on the website because the numbers in the names sometimes don't make sense. And then, you guys, I got my reward from Sephora, my 100-point reward. The Givenchy Rouge Interdit Vinyl lipstick, which is a color enhancing lipstick tint, and it looks black, but it goes on like a sheer. Okay, so that is, so it sort of like gives it a deeper berry shininess to it. Does that make sense? So here's, so that's the lipstick, and then that's with the Givenchy over it. It just kind of gives it a depth. On my eyes, I'm wearing my Essence palette. I'm wearing my Sonia Kashuk little blush duo for bronzer and highlighter. Oh, and I just set the foundation with some RCMA powder. I'm wearing my Kat Von D concealer. I'll list everything below that I can think of. So, because I know you guys ask. My earrings are Kate Spade. Oh, my nail polish is the Sinful Colors nail polish I like. So, okay, that is all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for enjoying this series. Support my channel, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you next video. Bye.